Well, I'm not going home.
We've got too far! A day may come when the courage of men fails, but it is not this day.
The line must be drawn here. This far, no farther.
A person grits his teeth and shows real determination.
Failure is not an option.
That's how winning is done.
Believe me when I say
We can break this army here.
At a time.
And they will know what we can do!
Let no man forget how menacing we are. We are lions.
this is your time. Seize the day.
That's the Chicago way.
Who's with me?
No, my name is the Lord. When I tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our Independence Day.
Okay, I wanted to do like a list of movies. Like I'm gonna on my channel. Like I've never done this before, so I wanted to do like a list of movies that I thought that I actually saw that were good, were the best of 2015 for me, and I wanted to do a worst of list of movies that I did actually see that were not good, that I would like to forget that I ever actually saw them. So. I'm gonna do the worst of, because that's what I love to do. I love poking fun in movies. So all right, these movies are not in any particular order. I'm not gonna say them in any particular order. I am gonna leave the movie I thought was the worst of 2015, the worst, the last. Like the final three, the final losers of the block, okay? And I want to start off with The Last Witch Hunter with Vin Diesel. In that movie, he tried, it was a movie that he tried to glamorize at Comic-Con. He was supposed to be a witch hunter, and we were supposed to believe it, but we didn't buy it because it just did not fit. If Sean Bean would have did it, it might have worked out. It might have worked out for everybody. But that movie, The Last Witch Hunter, is my first loser on the list, okay? And the next one is Hot Tub Machine 2. Hot Tub Machine 2. Okay, that speaks for itself. It's one of those crude comedies that they try to be original with a time machine with a hot tub and girls in it and guys, goofy guys in it. So that did not work, and that movie, in my opinion, is one of the worst of 2015. The next, the honor goes to Sinister 2, and I've said it before on my channel many times, and I don't know why Hollywood keeps making these type of movies, and I'm sure a lot of you could agree with it. Sinister 2 was one of the worst movies of 2015. It had like it came off an actually pretty good movie that I never actually reviewed. I didn't review any of these movies, but I actually saw them. So some of these on this list I actually saw, but I didn't actually do a video of them on my channel, but I saw them. Sinister 2, the honor goes to Sinister 2, and it doesn't go to you guys because it sucked. Okay, the next one on the list is actually one of the came out during Christmas. Point Break. Okay, I just did that video on that not too long ago, and I thought the casting should be shot. The guy who cast these characters should be shot, should be executed. He should be shot by firing squad. That's not true, but Gem and the Holograms, based on the 1980s animated cartoon. That cartoon, and I'm sorry to say, it's one of those franchises where they're trying to make cartoons to film, and it didn't work out for this movie, and it's definitely one of the worst of 2015 for me. The honor goes out to Get Hard. It's such a big disappointment for me. I was so stoked for this movie. I was like, Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart on this movie. Oh my God, Kevin Hart on this movie, and I thought, okay, this movie's gonna be funny, and it was funny. But the biggest disappointment for me is the lengths that people will go to make you laugh. And I'm sorry, but I don't find it funny with homosexual humor. And I think for me, it just went a little bit too far for me on this movie, and I call this movie a loser as well. The next one is The Duff. The Duff. The Duff was just another teenager film about a girl who's very unpopular, and she wants to hook up with the best looking guy in school, and he's supposed to be such a hottie. And so that transfers to one of the worst of 2015, and I'm so sorry. I actually saw that. The next on the list is The Boy Next Door. A disappointment, but I kind of knew already from the beginning that Jennifer Lopez should not make any movies like this, and she should not try to do it. And the rest of the cast on this movie was just horrible, especially the young punk who was hitting on her. It's just, this movie plays out on fantasy to try to stalk those of us that want to stalk J-Lo. Okay, so I'm sorry, this movie gets another loser. It Follows. I did a video on this movie, and I kind of compared it the way I made a joke about it the way this strange person that starts to follow this girl in the movie, and every time she looks over her shoulder, he's walking towards her, but he never actually catches up with her for some reason, kind of like a Jason Voorhees as well. And then I just thought it was a really stupid movie. It was just horrible. Oh my God. I don't even know why this movie was looked at as one of the best movies of 2015. It wasn't, not for me. Anyways, the next one, Transporter Refueled. Jason Statham did 3 movies of this franchise, and I'm a Jason Statham fan, even though not all his movies work. But him not being in this movie and getting some complete unknown did not do this movie justice, and it was not good. I just want to forget it altogether, okay? You know, it's one of those times where you want to, casting should be shot by a firing squad, like I said earlier. The Gallows. Oh my God, did anybody see this movie? I saw it. I don't know why, but oh my God, this continuing trend of this continuing trend of found footage movies, and it just does not work. And that gets the loser rating because it was, oh my God, this movie was horrible. Very low budget, $3 bill, y'all, movie. And the next goes to Insidious Chapter 3, a movie that could have been good, but see, that the problem with franchises, they keep doing the same thing. It's not like you could be George Lucas and you can go do your franchise backwards and make a whole lot of revenue and go to the money and go to the bank really happy. No, that's not going to happen with any other franchise. So Insidious was on the right track with the first 2, and Insidious 3 was just like, okay. I think later I'll do a video on about like paranormal experiences for me, and I'm sure a lot of you have. But this movie was just, oh my God, it wasn't okay. It wasn't that bad, but it just wasn't good enough, and I call it, this is another loser. The Visit. Oh my God, The Visit. Okay, this is a stereotypical movie on old people, on your grandparents. It's the kind of movie that that people who don't like their grandparents and want to see them get killed or arrested or something, they hate their grandparents. They hate the way their grandfather does this. Oh, got something in your ear. Oh, check it out, it's a quarter. I mean, okay, but what I'm trying to say is this movie was just one of the worst movies of 2015, and I had no idea. Shyamalan Ding Dong did this movie. Shyamalan, he does a lot of really bad ghost story, wannabe scary movies, and this is definitely one of the worst movies of 2015. I mean, if you're gonna, your grandfather's gonna grab his pen and try to rub it in your face to try to suffocate you, that should pretty much tell you what this movie is pure crap. Next one goes to Cooties. Okay, I think this movie was very. It had a scene that was very offensive for me, and I didn't like it, and I want to address it in this video because definitely one of the worst movies of 2015. When I don't know why I watched this movie, but I saw it. Okay, and it started out really well. It's not a good movie. Okay, it's just like the way the coach on the movie is. And a lot of the characters on here. There's a lot of one-liner jokes, a lot of cussing, unnecessary cussing and stuff. It's funny, you know, right? I'm laughing. Next thing you know, you see a scene of another child who's been zombified, and there's a 3 or 4 year old kid in the back seat, and his mom's just kind of talking on the phone and while the other kid has the other kid for lunch. And I really thought, I think movies have gone too far, and I don't like that, and I'm really sick of it, and it just makes me sick to my stomach. We don't need to see babies get killed on movies. This is horrible. This is not, and that gets one of the worst movies of The Woman in Black 2, Angel of Death. Oh man, The Woman in Black to beginning, the one with Harry Potter was on. That was a boring film. This movie is the same. It's just another jump scare fest, and it was just very predictable, and it gets the loser rating. It was horrible. And I want to talk about Paranormal Activity. I'm getting down to the bone here because all these movies have been like just really Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimension. I'm just starting to wonder why it's just people make movies for. They don't make it for the love of the art. They make it for a cash cow so they can make money. And this movie was definitely wasted $10. Okay, next movie. The next movie is Chappie. You know, Chappie. I did a video. I did like a parody of this movie. You know, Chappie. The kind of name that you would get made fun of when you were in elementary or something. And I was wondering when I watched this movie, what the hell is a Chappie? What is a Chappie? I don't know. It could be a British sentiment, you know, Chappie. But this movie was about a robot, okay, that discovers it has humanity. And Hugh Jackman was on this movie, Sigourney Weaver. Oh my God, the humanity. Next movie. Okay, we're getting down to the bone here. The next movie on my list is like a movie that I knew was going to be a loser from the beginning when I seen the trailers. Vacation. Okay, there was another offensive scene on here of the way Hollywood is going with the R rating. They're going too far, and I didn't like that. And this whole movie was just one big piece of garbage. It was a waste of time, and I think Christina Applegate kind of added, because I mean, this movie tried to cop off. They thought that maybe if they put Beverly D'Angelo and Chevy Chase onto the equation that it was going to work, but it didn't work. It was just like a cameo role, and they kind of try to use some of the Married with Children humor into this movie, like the end scene, of course, and it didn't work, and that's why this movie gets one of the biggest loser ratings of the year. Okay, I'm getting down to the bone. Okay, the final two of my list of worst movies of 2015 for me that I actually saw is Poltergeist. You know, an unnecessary remake off the 1982 movie with Craig T. Nelson, and I gotta say, this movie, I have no clue what studios are trying to do. All they know how to do is they think they're gonna scare people with bad CGI with computer. Before it was like you could see strings moving things, and now we have, in the digital age, we have CGI, and apparently even CGI can look really bad, and that's what I'm talking about in this movie. And it was just horrible. Oh my God, it was horrible. And here comes the biggest loser on the block, and it could have been a winner, actually. The worst movie I saw in 2015 that I actually saw was Fantastic Four, or Fantastic or whatever. Fantastic Four with a lot of good actors, including Michael B. Jordan. And this movie had good actors, but the writing was very substandard. The plot was like, it's like they wanted you to think, not to think it was a superhero, that it was the Fantastic Four, that it was a Marvel comic. They just kind of wanted you to think something happened and they had powers. And especially the biggest loser on this list, the reason it has the biggest loser is the way they mutilated Doctor Doom. And I give this movie the Biggest Loser of the Year award because it was the biggest loser of the year. You know, that with Vacation and Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimension, it gets the Biggest Loser award. And I hope you enjoy what you're watching here. If you want to check out, if you want to subscribe to my channel, and everybody that's viewing my videos, thank you. All right, bye.
For you all to meet 4 extraordinary subjects.
You guys ready to have your minds blown?
Shall I alert the fire department?
I talked to 4 of you.
Oh, there we are.